Hello everyone. This is the second stream for today, but this one will be on a different topic. First one was about compilers, advanced compilers course from Cornell University, and this one will be related to RD development, to guix, Guile and all that stuff. A bit more precisely, it will be about PM and implementing feature-piem for RD. And PM is a tool for applying patch series from public inbox, but not only from public inbox. I use it to apply basically all patch series I have to deal with. And I hope you never get to the point where you need this tool at all, but I still need it for a few different projects, for RD, of course, for guix, and I also accept patches for different projects as well. Hope in the future we will have something better, and in general we won't have so much text-based information. I hope the programming will be a little bit binary oriented, but in a good sense, of course. I hope we will get something like content addressable source code, so you can like specify dependencies not by its name and point to some random repository in the internet, but just by specifying the hash of the dependency directly, and it will be fetching it from IPFS, GNU.net or whatever. But okay, it's something for the future, and today we have needs of today. So we will start from a very simple thing. I think we will get some basic feature definition. I don't know, this one for example, and I will take the feature definition and the header and will copy it here, and it will be feature-piem, and we will update it like this. Actually, I can just put it, I can put it directly under IMAP notify feature, I guess. Alright. Why I don't put it at the end of the file? To prevent potential merge conflicts. There is not much traffic on this file, not so many, patches going to this file, but still a good habit, I guess. Just checking that everything works, and I started the stream. So we took some feature, and now we try to clean it up and adjust to our needs, and we will need Emacs PM as argument. But before doing it, Emacs PM, we need to start a REPL. So we have after completion, go to definition and all other cool stuff. Okay, it started, we connected to it, and now when I type something, Emacs PM, Cool, and we can even jump to the definition of the package. Very good. Oh, I also remember. Let's close all that stuff. Let's close all the stuff and take a look at one patch series that I didn't review yet. Emacs. Oh, Emacs git email latest. We have a patch here. Okay, it is slightly related patch for Emacs git email package, and we will be using it as an example for trying our PM setup, I guess. This is good enough. We don't need this one, we don't need this one, we don't need this one, and file like Emacs PM. Oh, there's actually another patch series related to any packages. Any package. Why it's not red? I thought I already replied to this patch series, but it turns out that I didn't. Okay, let's apply this patch series first, so Nicholas don't need to rebase it on the work we do here. Okay, mail feature-piem. Let's stage those changes and put them on stash. Oh, I didn't commit this stuff either. I will commit it. Okay. Features, sway, update, switch to Qt wayland from 5. And Shepherd. There was a bug in Shepherd, so we didn't update to the latest version for a while, but now we can do it. Let's see what namespaces affected, what models affected. Terminal, system shell utils, VM. I hope VM SCM. I hope the patch will still apply. What else we have? something that okay, it seems that we committed all the changes to all related files that affected by this patch. Now let's do oops, wrong directory, come on. 2 times. Okay, good. And now we can apply this patch, right? And we are good. It's very good. And let's apply this patch as well. And now let's review what's done here. So basically we had a predicate previously which called any package, which was including only 2 types of things, the package and inferior package. But in fact, in place where you can use package, you usually can basically use anything that is file-like, that can be built with guix. Being it's an origin or program file or whatever, or directory union, all that is file-like, and it can be used instead of package. It makes it a bit more flexible in some cases, but also it allows us not to use, you know, a special predicate. And here basically Nicholas updated all the places where we used the old predicate. And here, instead of any list of packages, we use list of file likes, which is also the thing that we want. Okay, it seems patches applied. Let's mark the patch series as applied, and let's reply. Nicholas, thank you for the patch series applied. Will actually I can push it right now. Yes, I think so. Applied, pushed as Arei link. Let's check that the link is correct. Yep, it's correct. And let's push it. Now I guess we can mark this patch series. Oh, there's a version 3 of this patch series. Hey. Probably I was too fast and hurried a bit. And what is the difference? Just some light deprecation. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. I think what was done here in this patch, instead of removing the predicate, it was aliased. By the way, here it was also aliased. Oops. Okay. I will mark this thread as superseded. Lol. That is in v3. Any package, list of packages, there's one more line in predicates. And in system it 8 lines instead of 2. Okay, let's take a look. Base SCM. Oh, what? Okay. Okay, it's a total. Okay, it seems that the amount of changes is the same, so we don't need to do anything, I guess. But I still will send this message. Okay. Marked as done. Let's get back to the implementation. We need to take our stash, the code out of our stash. We have this stuff. We can re-evaluate the whole model. It's re-evaluated. Let's update feature-piem, Emacs PM. Actually, it will be feature Emacs PM, I guess, to keep it consistent with all other Emacs related features. The reason why feature not much is not feature Emacs not much, because not much is not only about Emacs, but the rest of the features are it's sole purpose of those features to be an Emacs extension. By the way, Emacs. Let's take a look at this one. We don't need such a big piece of stuff. We don't need the documentation, I guess. Emacs f name. Okay. We have this funny helper to make it a bit easier to update the stuff. Emacs f name. With eval after load, not much. The thing that we need to implement, first one is a hook for setting not much mod, not much hook, search hook. We need something like message mod hook. Not much message mod hook. Add hook. Oh, actually, we even have like an example. Of setting a hook, but here we will need pm not much mod, pm not much mod. What else we need? We also need to set pm inboxes. Oops. I pressed something and I broke everything. Let's get back here. We need a list of default inboxes. RD PM inboxes, and they will contain this value. On the other hand, I hard-coded the work directory here. Do we have a project directory somewhere defined and accessible? Project directory. Which we set in Emacs git feature, but we don't expose it as a feature value anywhere. Project directory. I don't like the fact that the project directory set in feature Emacs git. And it okay, we have another variable projects directory. Okay, I guess let's expose this variable. Let's expose this variable as RD value. But I still don't like that it is argument to feature Emacs git. It's not directly related to git. Or it should be called git project directory. Do we have a feature git? Feature git. We have, and feature git knows nothing about git project directory. Okay, we can simplify our suffering by just not producing a default value. Escape. I want to automatically escape strings here, but I can't. Okay, I will simplify it even further. I will provide PM in boxes argument, and it will be an empty list by default. By the way, scratch nil is related to nil, and empty list related to nil as well, so we can use it interchangeably, I guess. The tool for working with public inbox archives and for applying patches, not only from public inbox. Has integration with not much and possibly few other tools. Get more info in PM docs. Of the project. With eval after load PM zq PM boxes PM in boxes like this, right? And of course it should be Emacs PM, and that's basically it. Now what can I do? I can take this definition, I can cut it, I can find a place where I define a lot of different features, and one of them here on top of feature-piem pem inboxes, and we'll provide a list of inboxes. And here, in addition, to this repo I will add a couple more. Like this, because I also accept patches for Emacs Arei here and Guile areas here in the same mailing list. Good. Now, any other mentions of pem, let's remove them. Pem removed. I have a task to fix this function, by the way. I need to do it someday, probably today. Okay, pem inboxes. Let's evaluate this model. Done. Let's reconfigure. Oh, no, I will kill res process right now. Make res, but not a big deal. Something went wrong. Let's just evaluate this model and see what error it will produce. Feature-piem. I know why it happens. Because it's not feature-piem anymore. It's now feature Emacs pem. Don't actually like that you need to export every variable you define in the model. I would like the closures approach where everything is public by default and you can mark it as private if you want, but we are not yet here. Okay, let's reeval those two. You can see it queued two evaluations, and first one is done, the second one is done, and now everything is good. Everything evaluated successfully. And now we can see that RD compilation also should be finished without problems. Previously, to track such errors was a nightmare because you don't know where it comes from. It just says that something wrong with your configuration, but it means that it can be anywhere in the whole project, like in any model your configuration depends on. But right now I just evaluate my configuration here and it produces some meaningful error in kinda REPL buffer. The reason why the buffer named kinda REPL, because it didn't have a better name for it. It's not actually REPL because it's in fact RPC. So I take a snippet of code, I send it by network to a separate process, it do some stuff in event loop, do some evaluation, produce a few messages, and the client receives those messages and update my environment according to the action specified in those messages, and update this buffer as well, like printing the result of the value, the resulting value, or maybe some stdout output. And it's not a REPL, it's kind of REPL, and this was the best name I could come up with, and it's still here. Probably we will need to call it send eval reply loop curl. Sounds not that cool as REPL. Seal send eval action loop. We are almost finished. I will close Emacs and will wait until it installs all the symlinks. Oh, it's not built a profile yet. Okay, it's finished. Now let's go back here. Let's start new instance of Emacs. Let's open our email list, and we had Emacs git email latest. And now let's call pm dispatch invalid function guix devil. Okay, I know why it happens. This is because in our function we not escaped the value of pm in boxes. Ensure bread list boxes. Let's rebuild it one more time. what I was thinking here about, that instead of directly using this value, we can actually do get value config pm in boxes, and here expose the value of pm in boxes like this. What it gives us a bit of flexibility. First of all, we can reuse this value in other features, but in the future, when we will be reworking feature mechanism, our get home service function will be a function that doesn't depend on the environment where it's defined, because our value will be obtained from the config variable, the config argument to this function, and not from the lexical scope where this function defined. So we are accessing not the value of those things, but the values provided or specified in config variable, like this. And later we will be able to get rid or from this stuff around our home service getter, and it can be defined like without any additional context. But I will tell more about it later on mailing list, I guess. We already have a thread related to the way we specify RD values and the way we use arguments to features. Okay, now let's restart Emacs. Let's open list of emails and find git email, and now pm dispatch. We can just apply one patch, or we can apply patch series with before utility, and in this before utility I will specify this flag for adding signed off header. I can specify three-way merge, try to guess base, restrict base guess to this branch. Okay, and let's apply, and it asks for message ID. Why so? It's because not much pm mod is not enabled. Pm not much mod. It's not a message mode we are in right now. We're in some different mode. Its measure mode is not much show, so we need not much show hook. Not much show hook. And As you can see, it takes quite a lot of time to rebuild all that stuff. We can optimize it. Oh, what happened? In procedure require value PM in boxes. Not sure what happened. We have get value config PM in boxes. PM in boxes is specified here, so it should be okay. We need to specify key first. Okay, get value, right? Get value, yes. By the way, a sock ref works the other way. But a sock works this way. Okay, not a big deal. Hello, Noya. Hey, Andrew. I used Arei RS to do some guix hacking, and it was great. It's a pleasure to hear. I also used Arei RS to do some guix hacking, and a bit satisfied with it, or quite satisfied with it. It works surprisingly good. You know, first few days when I was playing around with initial implementation of Arei and RS, I was like, oh, it works, and it works for this case, and even for this case, and was constantly surprised that nothing breaks. I mean, a lot of things, of course, wasn't working as I expected. Not a lot, like a few things, like reader macros and a couple more. But overall, it was very stable and reliable, which I didn't expect to get from almost from the start. Okay, let's take a look if our changed are applied. Git email latest and pm dispatch -s-3. Okay, now you can see it asks me for the code repository to apply. And after that it asks me for the branch to create and base commit. And now it created a branch. and the patch looks good to me. So what I can do, I can take this patch and push it elsewhere to a region master. Now I can remove the branch. Delete the branch. Check out master and delete. And now I pull the changes and we are good. Let's open a message and reply it. Source hot applied applied RD git link. Thank you. Good. And the last step is to just commit the newly created feature. Mail features, mail feature Emacs PM, like this. And commit this update, which removes custom configuration for PM and adds the usage of feature-piem. Examples: feature-piem instead of ad hoc. And let's commit a few more changes. Accidentally, I want to remove it at all. I don't need it anymore. Stage this change. It's added by feature Guile, like this. What else we can clean up here? By the way, if mpeg package added by some other feature, I guess, but I don't know which one. So I will just say update list of packages. Hi Grigory, thank you. This stream is not, very educational. I don't explain too much things, don't show too much cool tricks, just doing the very usual maintenance and development work. Okay, I will commit it later. It's just a funny commit. Okay, that's enough. We'll clean up the rest later. Let's check that. Oh, source had failure. Why it happened? Because I didn't have target, I guess. Or oh no. Maybe for some other reason. Let's see what it says. Okay, it failed because I didn't commit an important file which is located here at org HTML export config.al. This one is pretty important file to make CI works. And now it pushed and everything should be good. Okay, I think that's it for today. We implemented what we wanted. It's not very, complex and even complete feature, but it sets up the basic stuff that you need for PM to work. And later maybe we will improve, but maybe not very soon, because to make it convenient to implement such features we need more values provided via RDE values, and to make providing RDE values more convenient, to easier deprecate them, debug, type, and even combine values, because some values can be like accumulative values that we also would like to use. For example, projects directories. It can be one directory, but it can be a few directories, and in this case it can be of type like a list of strings or a list of passes, and it can be accumulated from a few different features. For example, we can have project directories from feature git and project directories from feature SVN or feature projects or from whatever, and we would like them to be combined into one value and be accessible for some other feature. Maybe not the best example, but I think you understood the idea of compound values which combined from a few different features and later accessed by another feature. And this is not it's not possible right now in the RD at all because of the way the feature mechanism implemented. It's only one way directed data flow, but if we will be able to successfully implement a features mechanism on top of propagator networks, it will work, and this functionality will be available, and we will be able to add the types for the values, the merge functions, which will be accumulating the values from different features, and probably much more interesting stuff. But not in the nearest future, but I still hope that in some foreseeable future. Okay, I think that's it for today. I'm glad that you joined, and I hope you enjoyed, and see you in a bit.